The sun rises over Lake Kivu, casting a deceptive golden light on the city of Goma. From a distance, it looks peaceful. But this beauty is a mask, hiding a city on the brink of collapse, a place where millions are trapped in a cycle of conflict and despair. This is the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, home to one of the world's most forgotten and brutal humanitarian crises. For decades, the ground here has been soaked in blood, fought over for its vast mineral wealth. Today, the violence has reached a fever pitch, pushing more than 7 million people from their homes. We are here to listen to their stories, to understand what it means to survive when the world has looked away. This is the sound of a city overwhelmed. The constant hum of generators, the cries from overflowing hospital wards, the desperate murmur of crowds waiting for food that may never arrive. Here, in the sprawling, makeshift camps that cling to the edges of Goma, life is stripped down to its barest essentials. The air is thick with the smell of wood smoke and sickness. Cholera, a disease of despair, is spreading like wildfire through the contaminated water sources. Every day, more people arrive, fleeing the M23 rebels and the dozens of other armed groups that terrorize the countryside. They come with nothing but the clothes on their backs and stories of unimaginable horror. Meet Marie. She clutches a small, faded photograph. It's the only thing she has left of her husband. She fled her village in Masisi 2 months ago, running with her 4 children as gunshots echoed behind them. Her voice is barely a whisper as she recalls the night they fled. They hid in the forest for days, eating wild roots. Her youngest, just a toddler, developed a fever. There was no medicine, no clean water. Marie's story is one of impossible choices. Do you stay and risk being killed by rebels? Or do you flee and risk your children dying from hunger and disease on the road? She points to the crowded tent, a patchwork of plastic sheeting and rags, that she now shares with 3 other families. This is home, a place with no privacy, no safety, and no future. Every day is a battle for a cup of grain, a bucket of water. She tells me her older son, who is only 8, hasn't smiled since they arrived. He just stares, his eyes holding a trauma no child should ever know. The hospitals in Goma are not just full, they are broken. We visited a local clinic where doctors and nurses work around the clock with almost no supplies. The hallways are lined with patients on mats, many with gunshot wounds or severe injuries from machete attacks. The smell of antiseptic can't cover the scent of infection and death. A surgeon told us he performs amputations with basic tools, often without enough anesthesia. He hasn't been paid in months, but he keeps working. Where else would these people go, he asks. We saw children, limp with malnutrition, their bodies swollen. Their mothers sit beside them, helpless, watching their children fade away. The international aid is a trickle, not a flood. It's not nearly enough to meet the scale of this catastrophe. Every person here is a testament to a system that is failing, a world that is not paying attention. Just outside Goma, there are places they call ghost town camps. These are settlements that were abandoned in a panic when fighting got too close. We walk through one. The silence is deafening. A child's shoe lies in the dirt. A cooking pot, overturned. A tattered piece of clothing caught on a thorny bush. These are the artifacts of lives interrupted, of people forced to run for their lives yet again. It's a chilling reminder that even these last resort shelters are not safe. The front line is a fluid, unpredictable thing. It can shift in an hour, swallowing up another pocket of supposed safety. The people here live under a constant, crushing threat. Fear is the air they breathe. Now, let's talk to Joseph. He is 16. Before the war escalated, he was at the top of his class. He dreamed of being an engineer, of building new roads and schools for his community. Today, he lives in the Bilingo displacement camp. His school was destroyed. His family was scattered. He lost his father and his older brother in an attack on his village. He now spends his days searching for work, any work, to buy a little food for his mother and younger sisters. He carries bricks, he digs latrines, anything for a few Congolese francs. His eyes, once bright with ambition, are now clouded with a weary resignation. I asked him about his dreams. He just shook his head. Dreams are a luxury we can't afford, he said. Here, you only think about today. Will we eat today? Will we be safe tonight? That is all. The conflict has stolen more than his home. It has stolen his future. He is one of an entire generation of young people whose potential is being extinguished by this endless war. Among the chaos, there are the children who have lost everyone. We met 10-year-old Samuel at a makeshift orphanage run by a local church. He was found wandering alone near the front lines, mute with shock. It took weeks for him to speak. He eventually told the caregivers that he saw his parents killed. He doesn't know what happened to his siblings. He draws pictures in the dirt. They are always of houses on fire and people running. The volunteers here do their best. They offer food, a place to sleep, and a semblance of routine. But they are not equipped to handle the profound psychological trauma these children carry. Samuel has nightmares every night. During the day, he is withdrawn, flinching at any loud noise. He is one of thousands of unaccompanied minors, the most vulnerable victims of this war, their childhoods erased, their innocence shattered. The root of this conflict is complex, tied to the Democratic Republic of Congo's immense mineral wealth. The coltan in your smartphone, the cobalt in your electric car battery, much of it comes from this region. The fight for control over these mines fuels the violence. Armed groups, some with backing from neighboring countries, terrorize civilians to control territory and trafficking routes. It's a resource curse that has brought immense suffering, not prosperity. The international community condemns the violence, but the global demand for these minerals continues unabated. The profits flow out, while the blood flows freely on the ground. For the people of Goma, this global connection feels like a bitter irony. The world wants what is under their soil, but it does not seem to want the people who live on it. So what can be done? The people here aren't asking for pity. They are asking for peace. They are asking for justice. They want the armed groups to be disarmed. They want their children to go back to school. They want to return to their fields and rebuild their lives. Humanitarian aid is a lifeline, but it is not a solution. It's a bandage on a gaping wound that requires political surgery. The world's leaders must apply real pressure on all parties involved in this conflict, including the foreign powers that fuel it. The cycle of impunity must end. The voices of Marie, Joseph, and little Samuel must be heard in the halls of power. Their lives matter. As the sun sets again over Lake Kivu, the fires in the camps light up, thousands of small points of light in the overwhelming darkness. Each fire represents a family huddled together, trying to survive another night. Their resilience is extraordinary. Their spirit, though battered, is not entirely broken. They share what little they have. They comfort each other. They pray for a day when the sound of gunfire is replaced by the laughter of their children. But hope is a finite resource, and it is running dangerously low. This is not a crisis happening in a distant land. It is a human tragedy happening right now, fueled by forces that connect us all. Forgetting them is not an option. We must not look away. Thank you for watching. Please consider supporting the organizations on the ground providing life-saving aid. Follow our channel for more stories that need to be told.